Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin. As you can see, finally the rain has stopped. It's a sunny day, so we can get on with our harvest, which we started last episode. The combine was just, I think Daggerwin just put on a helper and it's just got full. Obviously we've still got all the straw to bale. I started baling it on the headlands, but obviously the rest of the field will need baling as well. Here's Daggerwin. I think he's just been taking the silage bales down to the sell point. He hasn't sold them yet though, because they're not quite fermented yet. I think they're on about 40% fermented, so they will need selling once they're finished fermenting. But he's just freeing up that trailer for the straw bales, I think. I'm just going to unload the combine. Daggerwin's pulled out so I can get underneath. Okay, so the helper's just been doing this little bit of harvesting while Daggerwin was taking the bales down to the sell point, silage bales. Not sure whether the helper is going to continue or whether I'll do a bit of harvesting. I've still got the baling to do though, so what I might do is leave the trailer, put the combine on, or Daggerwin will probably put the combine back on a worker, and then I can get on with the baling while he loads the bales onto the trailer. I'm guessing will be a good plan. I'll drop the trailer off here. I'll go and get the baler on, which is just over in the corner, and start baling this straw. Yeah, so as you can see the combine's back on a worker now. I'll get the baler. I'm guessing Daggerwin will start loading the straw bales onto the trailer. He's already got a few to do because I baled them last episode. Let's get this connected up. There we go. And I will start baling this straw. Obviously these swaths are quite close together because obviously we've only got a small combine header, so it's going to take a bit of time. Also the baler is very slow because it only has a small capacity for straw. It's what is it, 5,000 litres by the looks of it per bale, which is not great. It's the smallest one available. So another thing that needs upgrading in the future. I think first the combine is more of a priority, so get that upgraded. Soon we will have enough money to afford a new combine because we've got all these bales to sell, plus the barley and the silage, so when that's sold, and of course we'll sure be cutting some more trees and stuff as well, as we always do, which will help boost the income even more. Daggerwin's chasing the bales around. Anyway, I'll put this on time-lapse I think, it's going to take a while to do this. I'll get this straw baled up. Okay, as you can see, we've just got the barley finished. So that's Daggerwin's going to take that to sell. He's just sold the first load as well. Didn't get a massive amount for it, I think it was about 7,000 just over. But better than nothing. So I'll take the combine back to the yard, and that won't be needed again for a while, and then continue with the baling. Daggerwin's still stacking the straw. Unfortunately, he had a bit of a mishap. I'm sure you saw it. Just after I started the time lapse, he lost connection, and the tractor shot into the field. He lost it at the worst possible time. He lost connection at when he was at full speed and shot straight into that field. So that's ruined that a bit, unfortunately. We always seem to have some wheel marks in the fields. There's always the danger with crop destruction being on. Anyway, I'll pack this combine up here, and then I'll switch back to the baler. We'll get the rest of the straw baled up. I was going to continue with the baling and to get the helper to do the combining, but for some reason it wouldn't let me hire a helper on the combine. I'm not quite sure why. It has happened occasionally, usually in multiplayer actually. I think it's a multiplayer thing. I really don't know why it does it, but when you press the helper button, it just opens the helper menu rather than actually starting the helper off, and it doesn't start, so I don't know what that's about. A bit strange. It does happen occasionally. It has happened to me before that. I really don't know why. But anyway, I'll get the rest of this straw baled, I think, and then Daggerwin can finish loading the trailer and get them sold. Okay, so that's all the straw baled up. Daggerwin's now connecting up to the trailer, and he's going to go off and sell those straw bales. Hopefully for a decent price. We'll see. It is a good month to be selling bales, January, so hope for the best on that. I'll take the baler back. The strip needed again for a bit, so that can go back in the shed. And then I suppose the next job for that field will be to get it drilled with the next crop. To look at what the next best crops to put in will be. I'm not quite sure yet. Based on prices, really, that's what we're really going on. That if you aim to get the crops ready at around the time that the price is at its best, that's usually the best thing. Probably will be soybeans, which is what we've got in the other field, which is, I know it's a bit boring, I mean the same crop in both fields, but that would be the most profitable thing to grow, I think, at this time of year. Let's have a quick look. Right, so I'll go and get the drill, which is over here, because we can't get across the bridge anymore with those drills because they're too wide. Now we've doubled them up. And that's the straw sold. If that's everything, that's just under 9,000 for the straw. So we're now on almost 40,000, which is a bit of way off to getting a new combine. They're about 110,000, I think, for the one I was looking at, which is a decent upgrade on what we've got. Obviously, we'll get a bit of money back for our old combine though, so it's not all bad. But still, we're going to need a bit more than 40,000 in the bank to be able to buy one. Not going to be able to get around here, I don't think. Don't want to drive on the crop. It's not working too well. It's a bit tight in the field here. Should be able to get around now, hopefully. There we go. Right, so we've already got the soybeans in the drills anyway, so that probably will be the next thing to grow, but I will just check the prices. So, well, we're looking at best time of year to sell, best price, so that rules out most of them, because the best price for most of them is in the winter. Sorghum, yeah, that's winter time. We haven't got a planter, so we can't do sunflowers. That would have been quite a good one to do, but we haven't got a planter. Which does leave soybeans, which is best in June, and probably July as well. This is the obvious one to go for. Oh, and corn. Corn again would have been a good one. Could have done that, but we haven't got a planter. Don't know whether we should buy a planter. We'll also need cultivating if we do that. Oh, use sales. I never do remember to check this. Now we've got other tractors. I don't know whether we should go for that. Probably not at the moment. An telehandler. But let's look at the planters just to see if there's anything affordable. 2.7 metres isn't much. That's the only one we can probably afford. Everything else is a bit expensive. That one we can afford, but 3 metres. I don't think we're going to be able to do that at the moment. I think I'll do soybeans. I know it's not the most exciting. How do you drop both the drills? Somebody mentioned you can do this with the tandem drill. Lower seed, but it's only dropping one of them. Well, I'll do them separately then. I think there is a way of doing it. I'm guessing somebody wrote down how to do it. It's control something. I was pressing Control V, but it wasn't working. Must be something else. Yeah, soybeans. We'll need to refill the drill actually with seeds soon. It's only on 29%. I think this is going to be another time-lapse job though, because it's going to take a bit of time to get this drilled. Surprisingly, I didn't even use anywhere near as much seed as I thought I was going to. Well, obviously Daggerwin was helping as well, which I didn't realise at the start, and yeah, it just didn't seem to use much seed at all, so still got 18%, didn't need to reload, which was good. So I'll put these back over here. Try and keep them out of the way as much as possible. Reverse back. Then we've got the rolls right here, so I can start doing that, and the Daggerwin does that. Also need spraying with fertilizer, herbicide, sorry. Doesn't need fertilizer. Oops, wrong one. Need to drop everything. Ah, looks like Daggerwin didn't successfully get the rolls out, the drill out. Okay, right, we'll start the rolling. Sorry about that, I just had to take a quick phone call. Don't know whether you heard that or not, but anyway, I will continue with the rolling. I was just saying, Daggerwin didn't quite manage to pick up the drill properly without driving in the crop, unfortunately, it looks like. Which is a bit of a shame. I don't think we'll lose too much yield on it. Okay, so I'll start this rolling now, get this roll. This won't take too long now, we've got these new rolls, it won't take as long to get this done. Much wider than the original one we had. This is a 12 metre working width, I think. The old one was only 6, so it's double the width. Slightly slower working speed, I think, though. The other one, I believe, was about 9 miles an hour. This one's only 7, but it's still a lot wider, so overall it'll still be quicker than the old one. Daggerwin's just selling something, I don't know what it is. Possibly, what would it be? Probably the lettuce, probably selling lettuce, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'll do this again on time lapse. You see, have to sit through watching rolling at real speed, which is a bit slow. I'll speak to you again when I'm done. that's all the rolling done. Didn't take too long, that's good. Just take these rolls to the yard. I know I got them from over there by the silo, but I think I'll take them to the yard because that's where most stuff should be. The only reason obviously the drills are over by the silo is because they're too wide to get across the bridge without dismantling them all, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, this can go in the shed. There's actually a space for it now. I think Daggerwin's taken a machine out. It's doing some grass work up there, because we do own a small area of grass there, but not as much as it looks. A lot of that's not ours yet, although hopefully one day it will be when we have the money. But at the moment we only own basically what you can see there that Daggerwin's working in. I'll put these away, and then that field will also need herbicide, so that'll be the next job. So just drop these off and then pick the sprayer up. There we go. Now the sprayer. Hopefully there's enough in the sprayer to get the field done. Should be, I think. 41%, well, it might be a bit tight. If not, we'll have to go and get some more. I think there is already a pallet down by the shop, so that's not too bad. But it costs something. There is a bit of a debate about whether you should spray before or after the weeds germinate. I personally don't think there's a lot of difference in it. Some people say you do lose a bit of yield by spraying straight away, other people say it makes no difference. So I've never seen any proof, I haven't watched it. Maybe somebody's done a video on it, I'm not sure. Like an experiment to see whether it makes a difference or not. But I don't think it makes a lot of difference. I usually try and do it first, because then it gets out of the way, you don't forget about it. Obviously the big field we did spray after germination, but I don't think it makes an awful lot of difference. We'll probably maybe see a difference, I don't know, between that field and this field. But unless you're harvesting exactly the same area, it's very difficult to tell. But yeah, I'll get this all this sprayed. It's going to be quite... Actually, that's a good point. Because we didn't do fertiliser on a lot of this, it's hard to see where I've been with the sprayer. Like here, where it has been fertilised, you can see it's going slightly lighter coloured where the sprayer's been. A lot of the field, because I ran out of fertiliser and it's not actually needed anyway for soybeans, so there's no fertiliser on it, which is going to make it very hard to see where I've sprayed. So that's a point for spraying after germination, because then you can see the weeds a bit more easily. I'm going to struggle to see where the weeds are, I think, once I get into the middle of the field. I'll just try and cover what I can. I should get most of them, I think. With GPS it would be a lot easier, because obviously GPS keeps you in a straight line, you're not going to miss anything with GPS, so it would be a good thing to get actually on one of these tractors. Probably don't need it on every tractor. Daggerwin doesn't even like using GPS, he prefers just hand driving everything. I find it a lot more efficient using GPS. As you'll know if you watch my videos regularly, you'll see that a lot of my machines do have the GPS mod installed. It does make life a lot easier, I find, and more efficient. But as I don't have it at the moment, I don't really want to waste some money on GPS, because only I'm going to use it, so I'll just do it by hand as best I can. This is what I mean, you see here, where there's no fertiliser here, so there's absolutely no way of seeing where you've covered with the sprayer or not. There's no change in texture. But it does leave tram lines, so I'll be able to follow roughly the lines. I'll see how I can go back the other way and leave the right size gap between lines, roughly. Yeah, I'll time-lapse this bit. Very good. It just had the perfect amount of herbicide there to get the whole field done. I think I've covered pretty much the whole field. Obviously, like I said, without a GPS system you can't see where you've been, it's hard to get it exactly, but I think I got most of it there. So I'll take this back. Daggerwin's starting to wrap the bales. There's not too many silage bales there, but it's a bit of extra money that, and we've got to come to sell them. So this sprayer can go back again until we need it again, which will be a while again, I should think, so we've got no more crops at the moment to do. It's gap. Not sure whether I can be of any use to Daggerwin at the moment. He's just wrapping those bales. Probably needs to go on a trailer, but the trailers, where's the trailer? Oh, there it is. They can go on the trailer. Use the bale spike probably to load them onto the trailer. It's flipped over. It's not ideal. It's because it's on the rock. It's not staying upright. Not sure whether I can get it at all. It's completely upside down. That's not good. Oh, the flashing thing keeps coming up. It's difficult to get it. There we go. Not much point moving the trailer near. I don't think it's any. What is the 4 bales? 5 bales. Won't take too long to do this. I know you shouldn't really load silage bales, wrap bales with a bale spike. Obviously in real life you wouldn't do this, but it's all we've got at the moment. I've got a bale grab. It's not really necessary to buy that. I want to prioritise more important things at the moment, so they can just go on like that. Yeah, Daggerwin could have loaded the trailer, couldn't he, with that? That's what I do. When I'm using the bale wrapper, I can load the trailer up directly, which is a bit fiddly, but it does work, sort of. Not very neat, but it gets the job done. Let's put that one on. That's all the bale wraps. I think the bit of grass right at the top that I just saw, that's obviously outside of our boundary. That's why he's not able to bale that, by the looks of it. You see it right at the top there. As far as we obviously own up to just about there, at that very top bit that he's cut. For some reason allowed him to mow it, but it's obviously outside of the boundary for baling and everything else, it seems. So that's all we've got, but yeah, 5 bales, better than nothing. Bit of extra money. So this one's on, there's 1 more bale to go and get. And that'll be all the silage for that little extra bit of bonus land done. Not too sure yet what we're going to be doing with that. I'm assuming we're going to buy it at some point, this top bit. It'd be nice to own that, because now we've opened it up with all these trees gone. It's an obvious sort of gap to a new area, so that's probably the next bit of land we will buy. But that'll probably be after we buy a new combine. Because there's no point having all these really big fields if we're going to make another field up there, and then not have any way of harvesting it quickly. Because obviously, yeah, our combine is the smallest pretty much it's possible to get. Yeah, keep these separate from the other ones, because the other ones will be nearly ready now. Actually, they'll be probably, I don't know, 60-70% fermented. I can take them down to the salt point, but I obviously won't be selling them right now. They can probably stay on the trailer. There's not a lot of point taking them off the trailer. These are going to be, they won't be ready to sell for probably a couple of days, in-game days, whereas the other ones will be ready probably next episode, I should think, to sell. Shame they're not ready today, really, because January is, I think, the best price for silage. I think by February it starts to reduce a bit. Daggerwin's finished, so yeah, once I get down here that'll be the end of the video for me. But I hope you've enjoyed it today. Managed to get that field completely turned around, the rest of the barley harvested and the new crop in. Fortunately it's just soybeans again, but at least we'll get a good price for it when we come to sell it in about June. So here's where he's put the other bales, these ones will be ready to sell hopefully next time. I'll just have a quick look to see what fermented percentage they are. 54%, yeah, so they should be ready next time, I think, to sell. These ones will only be at what, 1%, 0%. Yeah, so they'll be sold in a couple of episodes probably. Hope you enjoyed the video today. Thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you again next time.